Hey, beautiful. Welcome to the Not Another Mom podcast. It's time to take that mom hat off because this is after hours and I'm making you off the clock. This podcast is here to help you know your worth because damn girl, you're a goddess who deserves to live the life of your dreams. I'm your host, Leslie Sprague, and we talk everything from manifesting to motherhood. Yes, those little monkeys will still creep in here or there. Spirituality to girl talk with your besties, and from business to finding that balance in life. I'm here to remind you that you are worth it. Life gets to be easy for you, and your dreams really can come true. So grab your favorite glass of wine, craft beer, or if you're a whiskey and diet kind of girl, grab that and let's get this show on the road. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the Not Just Another Mom podcast. I am your host, Leslie, and as always, I am so grateful that you are here with me this week. This week's session is something I don't think I've ever talked about before. I know I've talked like a little bit around the subject, but anyway, let's just dive in. You don't need to listen to my rambles. Okay, so one of the things that recently came up in sessions for me this week was that, emotions can get trapped in our body. So one of the, I'm going to use this situation as an example, obviously not giving anybody's names or specific details, but I think that this will be able to help you really paint the picture. So previously, we've talked a lot about, carrying around this excess baggage and all our fears and doubts and all that beautiful stuff. But what we haven't talked about is that these emotions that we carry can actually get stuck in your body. So it's kind of like when your body is overloaded, or like your energy system, all of those things, when they are overloaded, think about like when you're tired, for example, and you've had a busy week and it's Friday night and you have a mountain of laundry that you could do, but you just can't bring yourself to do it. You don't have the energy. It's the same way when we process our emotions. Our body processes our emotions for us, but sometimes our system is so inundated and overloaded that it doesn't know what to do with our emotions or how to process them or where to put them. So instead of dealing with that emotion in the moment, and especially if your life is like really busy and chaotic, we put those emotions on the back burner. We'll deal with that later. So imagine, okay, I came up with the idea of a closet analogy earlier when I was preparing for this episode. And the closet analogy was that when you go through your closet, go through your clothes. Okay, I'm going to take you through this. You're going through your closet and you find an old pair of pants that you had from high school. They were your favorite pair of pants from high school, but you've kept them in your closet because one day I'm going to fit into them again. You've kept them. That is taking up space in your closet. Then you fast forward to, I don't even know a time, but you find another item of clothing in your closet, and this represents a really depressing and emotional state for you, this piece of clothing. Like, the clothing was comforting, but it also carries with you all this emotion. So you've kept it because just in case you want to feel that cozy, safe feeling, you keep it in your closet. So you kind of get what I'm saying here. But when you go through and pull those items out, you realize that they're not serving you and they're taking up space. The same is true when you're dealing with emotions and your body doesn't know how to process them. This is one of the key also reasons why energy work is so important in your growth and development for your business. I was working with a client. I'm finally getting to this story for you guys. I was working with a client and she was going through some money story work. So she was having limiting beliefs pop up for her and she knew she didn't want to ride that wave again. So we did some energy work around this situation. And what came up for her was we physically felt a large rock type thing. Like I felt that it was like a beach ball size, but it wasn't round like a beach ball. It was more a little jagged, but it was that large and it was heavy. You could feel it. So what I do is I tap into the person's body and I use my client as well when we're doing this process. So we were working with this particular block and I said to her, I'm like, okay, so where do you feel this in your body? She goes, I feel it in my stomach. And I could see where she was pointing because we were on Zoom, so I could see. And she was pointing to the right side of her stomach area. And like, it was, just stomach area. Like, it wasn't down low. It was just kind of right in that belt, so to speak. And so once we were able to pull that out, that's some of the amazing tools that I have when I work with my clients. We were able to pull this emotion out of our body. So this emotion was the size of a beach ball. No, sorry, soccer ball, not beach ball. And what she was dealing with, it was all what essentially was wrapped up in this emotional ball was all her past failures, all her self-doubts, all the times that she did a launch and failed. All those things were literally stuck right in her stomach area. And it felt to me like it was right at the beginning. So she couldn't allow herself to go farther. And with it being in the digestive area, that is how we digest life. And with me being able to feel that it was kind of right at the beginning of the digestive system, it symbolized that she wasn't able to get past that. So she would get started down her journey with her new launches and things like that, but she would hit this block. And it's not something that you come up against in your day-to-day life. It's not like walking into a wall and being like, oh, I've hit something. It's just something that you notice. And it isn't until we dive into these sessions that we discover these things. She probably knew that she had this block around something, but what she didn't realize that it was stuck in her body. So when we pulled it out, one of the methods that I use is we tap into the energy of that block. And when we connect to it, the energy is actually spinning either clockwise or counterclockwise in my hand while we're doing this session. It's really like, I just find these sessions so fascinating because you never know what you are going to get into. Do you feel like you're stuck in your business right now? Like you're getting a few clients here and there, but not the 6-figure level you want? You're trying a little bit of everything. You're doing the journaling, you're trying some meditation, you're trying to think positively about what you want, but things just still aren't connecting. And it feels like you're missing something. Like you're in the waiting area of the pool, but you're ready to dive into the deep end because you want more and you wanted it yesterday. Introducing Unlimited, the secret weapon to lighting your sales on fire, tapping into that abundant overflow energy in your business, and bringing in the sales without being salesy. Imagine 4 months from now, you're fully booking out your offers in a way that feels so good. Your audience is dying to hear your next offer and is landing in your DMs all the time. You are clear on what you need to be doing and where you want to grow your business next. You're no longer guessing about what your audience wants to hear online. And you're able to get back to your midday yoga classes because you're no longer wondering where the sales are going to come from. Get the tools to quantum leap your income. If strategy alone was what you needed, you'd be there by now. But you know there's more to it. You know there's energy work to do. You know this gets to feel aligned and wildly abundant. You just need someone to show you the way. 4 months of high-level support, 8 impactful training sessions to give you the tools you need. Bi-weekly Q&A calls for extra support, private Facebook group for ongoing support, and as a bonus, one-on-one kickoff call together to get clear on your vision and specific next steps. All this work has gotten my clients earning multi-6-figure years, even 6-figure months, manifesting dream homes and relationships, driving dream cars, getting clients out of nowhere. If this is something that you have been yearning for, send me a DM with the word unlimited and let's chat. And so we tapped into where this direction was spinning, and it was spinning very slowly. So we stopped I'm going to call it a soccer ball for the lack of a better word, the soccer ball rock. And we stopped it. And then we started spinning it in the opposite direction, because what it's doing, if you think of like a boat motor, like the prop, the little propeller thing on the bottom, that's called the prop that makes the boat go. If you think about that, like getting tangled in weeds, and it just like keeps getting tangled and tangled, and eventually the weeds get so caked on there that the prop can't move anymore and the engine seizes. So that's what it's been doing. It's been getting caught up in the weeds, and the weeds are becoming more and more and more of a entanglement. So when we reverse the energy or the direction that the rock is going, we are releasing all the ties with it. And when we keep going, we make it go as fast as it can until eventually this explodes. And then what is left is the gift or the lesson that is for the person. And the gift that was left for her was abundance. She was able to sort of release all the energy around this money block and be left with the feeling of abundance. So essentially, like, we quote unquote put that back inside, because I don't like to take something away and not replace it with something, because whether it's we put something back intentional, like if you think of the glass half full or half empty analogy, the glass is actually always full, whether it's full with water, whether it's full with air, or it has half water, half air. It's always full. It's always full of something. So I always want to be intentional and replace that block with something positive. So we put that gift back inside, so to speak. I know this sounds crazy, you guys. Okay. When you are listening to this, I understand that I sound like I'm off my stick. But when you are in this process, you realize how like she was blown away by what she discovered through this process. And then we went on to discover another block. This one was on her left side, still in the like stomach area, but it was down a little bit lower, like almost in the hip part. And this had everything to do with her self-worth. So when we pulled this emotion out that was stuck in there, this one was almost like a flattened potato rock. So it was probably the size of my palm, but it was like smooth and soft on the top, and it was flat. Like if you think of like your kids and loving to paint rocks to put in the garden, this would have been the perfect rock to paint. So this one was moving so slow that you could hardly even tell that it was connected in or that it was moving at all. So we did the reverse thing to untangle all her self-worth that was caught up in this block, and we let this go. And what she was left with, the gift at the end, was a diamond, knowing that she is valuable and brilliant and beautiful and all those things. So again, we replaced it, and it was amazing to see how this transpired from her. And those were just like probably the two key highlight things from our session. But the amazing part about this was that when we finished the session, she went about her day. She ends up, so remember at the beginning, she was dealing with some money block issues, and her old money stories were getting caught up in the way of her reaching her next level. And what she came about was when she went to get the mail later that day, she had manifested a check in the mail. I kid you not, guys. Like it was insane. So good. So instantly, when she released that block, she manifested a check in the mail. And that is the beauty of this work. Shifts get to happen quickly and brilliantly. So this is more to come on to show you the importance of your spiritual maintenance, getting in and doing your energy work. I have regularly scheduled energy work sessions. I get work done on myself once a month. And that's apart from the work that I do on myself on a daily basis. So if this is something you are interested in, I have a few different options of how we can work together. If you are ready to completely obliterate I really want to say that word. So obliterate the level that you're at. I'm not even 100% sure if I'm using it properly, but so if you want to blow your results out of the water, I have spots open in my one-on-one coaching, you guys. And we not only work through the energetic blocks, but we also tackle your mindset shifts. And this is where your results happen quickly, because we are so involved in each other's businesses, and or I'm so involved in your business. And this is where the magic happens. If this is something that you are fascinated by and you want to book like just an energetic alignment, those are also amazing. I have clients who book in with me for the year for their scheduled maintenance, and the results that they get from that are just incredible. They're clearing and releasing and letting go. We're healing those blocks so that they can move even quicker in your business. So the difference between the two is the one is energetic alignments is a scheduled like maintenance that we do. And that's kind of it. I do the energetic alignment session. With the one-on-one, we are tackling your mindset. We are doing energetic shifts. We are also talking strategy. You have access to me several times a month. And we are continually working on your business. So there's a big difference between the two. And then the third and final way that you can work with me is that I am launching a program. No, I've launched a program. Our welcome party is tomorrow. That's why I'm kind of like confused. So we are just getting started. And the program is unlimited. I've been talking a lot about it lately, but this is for you if you want to learn how to do the shit that I do for your own business. You're tired of dipping your toe in. You've done a little bit of journaling, you've done meditation, you've done some energy work, but you know how fucking important this work is for your business, and you are ready to like jump into the deep end. So if any of those options sound like they're right for you, send me a DM on Instagram and let's chat. Let's get you getting the results that you have been craving. Thank you so much for tuning in, you guys. I hope this made sense for you and really landed and resonated about how our emotions get stored in our body. Sometimes it can even be a result of like weight that we're carrying around, because if our body is full of stored emotions, the only other way to expand is to expand outward. And some people gain weight when they keep storing emotions and not dealing with them. So there is also health benefits to getting rid of these stuck emotions and living your best life. So thank you so much for tuning in and have an amazing week, you guys. Thank you so much for listening. If you love this episode, will you do me a favor and help spread the love? Go ahead and leave a 5-star review and share this episode on your Insta stories. If we aren't yet connected on Instagram, come follow me at Leslie & Co XO. And since everybody spells my name wrong, that's Lesley & Co XO. And leave me a line and say hi. Have an amazing day, beautiful, and we'll catch you next week.